Okay, folks, in direct violation of the non-interference directive from China and Russia, the United States has moved U.S. aircraft carriers into the Strait of Hormuz, where they're thinking that Iran is going to cut off oil supplies in response to the threats of oil sanctions. World War III, here we go. Folks, we had one coronal mass ejection hit last night. We got two more on the way, supposed to hit in the next day or so, along with a strong solar wind stream from that dark coronal hole down at the bottom of the sun. Taking a look at the solar wind telemetry from yesterday, we can see where the orange and the yellow, the density and the speed of the solar wind, come up off the floor, and that's when we got hit with that coronal mass ejection. Now, looking at it this morning, we can see the solar wind speed continuing to rise and solar wind density above ambient levels. We can see only minor horizontal disturbance in our outer magnetic layers here on the Fluxgate magnetometer, and we do see a bit of temporal variations, some resonance picked up on the induction magnetometer as well, and that is continuing to build, something to watch out for. We are having some solar plasma penetration, and just look from one day to the next. This is the total electron content, and we're going to look at the critical frequencies in the F2 and F1 layer as well, and you can just see when all three of these things, the tech and the critical frequencies in two different layers, go up like that in one day, and we get hit with space weather. That's probably the culprit. Folks, we brought you the story yesterday. They're finally going to test for radiation for these Arctic ringed seals up in Alaska and Canada. It's progress, folks. Hope they don't sweep this under the rug. And folks, we thought we put this to bed last night, but based on the comments, we certainly did not. Folks, nothing is happening with Venus. It's not awakening. There's nothing coming off of it. This happens every time a planet comes in or out of the view on stereo. Now, we tried to show this in the video last night, but based on the comments, people didn't get the idea. Folks, this happens every time a planet comes into or out of the view on the stereo HI1 views. So that's what it is, folks. We have two more coronal mass ejections on the way, along with the solar wind stream from that dark coronal hole. Be safe, folks.